Oh. Whoops. Should probably put that down to make some videos, huh?
Yeah.
What is going on, dudes? This is VaporTheGamer, and welcome back to another FNAF reaction. So, we are checking out, yes, finally, like, on time, instead of waiting like 4 or 5 days. We are checking out indigestion. We're checking out the brand new FNAF Security Breach game theory, okay? So this one is titled, FNAF, is Golden Freddy really in Security Breach?
I don't know, I can't see.
We're about to find out. And also, this video already it came out yesterday, is #1 on the trending for gaming, so we definitely gotta check it out. So as per usual, everything will be linked in the description down below so you can check everything out for yourself, okay? Go subscribe to MatPat if you haven't yet already, and go check out the other amazing game theories that he's created, because they're pretty well put together, and some of them are super interesting and possibly right. We don't really know yet. All right, let's get into this freaking feature-length film. Click and play in 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for coming in, Freddy. I heard you got some new eyes recently. Just want to check to make sure that they're all functioning before we send you back out there on the stage. Tell me, what do you see here?
That is my friend Bonnie. I miss him.
Don't we all? Don't we all? How about this one?
It's me?
Interesting response with heavy lore implications. Gonna make a note of that one. All right, how about this last one?
Oh, that's the DJ, you know. DJ... No, hold on, don't help me, I have this. DJ...
Come on, Freddy, it's obviously...
Music Man! Music Man! Oh! Music Man! Music Man!
Someone actually made this.
I called it! Music Man! Man!
Someone actually remixed this. Like, what? No way, dude.
Music Man!
Hello, Internet.
Oh, it gets
Welcome
me every
to
time.
Game Theory, where the only thing that slaps harder than our remixes is you slapping that subscribe button. A huge thank you to Doofix from the Game Theory subreddit for helping that meme achieve its true final form, and for letting me use it as a part of this video. As I write this, his masterpiece only has 400 views, so let's blow that channel up. Links in the top line of the description. You know what to say. Fill up those comments. Let me hear you. Music Man! As the man said in the song,
Let's go! Let's go! Go! Go!
say what you will about Security Breach.
That's so
there's
cool.
certainly a lot you can say about Security Breach. The fact that it launched this weird, unseen animatronic from Pizzeria Simulator into meme lord status is perhaps its greatest accomplishment. And speaking of other unseen animatronics, today's episode is actually a pair of mini-theories all about 2 animatronics that are notably absent from this newest game. Characters that have been with us since the very beginning of the franchise, but whose 80s shoulder pads apparently weren't big enough for the final cuts. And in a game that throws so much Freddy spaghetti against a lore wall to see what
Freddy
sticks,
spaghetti.
what gets
Oh my
excluded
God.
from the game is almost as interesting as what made the final cut. So what are the mysteries surrounding these 2 animatronics? Can we solve the mysteries? And what do
Maybe.
the solutions tell us about the lore of this new game?
I don't know, Matt. Tell me.
To answer today.
Yeah.
Animatronic number 1, Glamrock Bonnie. We all thought it was strange when the trailers first dropped and we saw our favorite animatronics in their new 80s getup. Freddy, Chica, Foxy, kind of, and Bot. No, that's an alligator.
That's
Yep,
a freaking
Montgomery
alligator.
Gator was in, and Bonnie the Bunny was out. At first, I thought this was just gonna be a repeat of Sister Location.
He got
Introduce some new
murked by
characters,
Monty.
Reintroduce some old ones with new looks, and, you know, just leave a couple out. But then, right outside of the daycare of Security Breach, we hear this.
There is no rabbit at the Mega Pizzaplex. Not anymore.
And that right there, my friends, is theory bait. Stick it on a fish hook and drop it in the water to reel me in.
Oh my
Clearly,
God.
this is more than just an arbitrary swapping of characters. There's
MatPat
a
fish.
story here, a mystery to solve. Glamrock Bonnie did exist at some point here in the Pizzaplex and now doesn't. And the game continues to remind us of this mystery as we explore the
Where
mall.
the Bunny
While
at?
trying to decommission Chica, you have to venture into Bonnie Bowl. And while we're up there, Freddy says this.
I do not come up here anymore. I miss him.
We even get a collectible message from
So
Roxy
sad.
Raceway that talks about him. Quote,
best
management
friend.
report. The bowling alley needs a re-theme. While most of the Bonnie art was removed, kids keep asking, where's Bonnie? Do we have an officially approved response? So yeah, where is Bonnie?
Where's the
kids
Bon
wanna
Bon,
know, and
huh?
heck, I want to know.
I wanna
What
know
happened
too.
To everyone's favorite rabbit.
Where's the damn
to
rabbit?
answer that, we actually have to follow the other messages that we get in the Faz Watch. Specifically, this security alert found behind a locked Monty gate in the game's opening service tunnel. Quote, security report 12:24 a.m. Bonnie is seen leaving his green room in Rockstar Row heading east towards the atrium. 2:40 a.m. Bonnie enters the East Arcade. 4:12 a.m. Bonnie enters Monty Golf. Bonnie is wandering around the Pizzaplex and winds up in Monty Gator Golf. And see, this is an important detail because as we see in both the game and the collectible messages, Monty has a bit of a mean streak going on. He likes breaking
Anger
things.
management
He also
issues.
has a bit of an ego. I don't know if you noticed, but the animatronics in this game are unusually human compared to the ones that we've seen previously.
Oh gosh, I gotta
They have
sneeze. That's not good.
personality, emotion. We see Roxy crying in her room because we've managed to escape her.
We should have found him by now. It's not fair. I'm not a loser.
Chica is just hungry all the time, and Monty wants to be the star.
Chica eating
He's looking for a
trash.
way to rise to the role of leader of the band, singer in the spotlight. We know this thanks to hole number 9 of the Gator Golf minigame. Monty
Oh, I haven't
is
played
center
that.
stage, and Freddy is left out in the dumpster.
Oh, God.
So bass player Bonnie comes rolling into his domain late at night. Monty sees this as his opportunity to take him out and become the bass player himself. This is all fairly straightforward just from reading those
makes
collectible
sense.
messages, but it does leave me wondering why. Why did Bonnie go to Monty Golf in the first place? Well, what if someone led Bonnie there so he would get destroyed? Monty would get what he wants, a more prominent role in the band, and Bonnie would be quietly decommissioned and turned to scrap. Scrap that could then be used to help rebuild another rabbit that we're all familiar with. One that's hiding out in the basement. Good old Burn Trap Afton. You want to know where Glamrock Bonnie is? Right there, right in front of your face. Burn Trap's body is Glamrock Bonnie's body. And I'm not just saying that because they're both rabbits. There's actually a couple more clues that pointed me in this direction.
Okay, help me
If we
out. I want to
turn
know.
back to when we last saw Afton in the form of Scrap Trap during Pizzeria Simulator and Ultimate Custom Night, there were some interesting design details. Namely, the fact that we can see a lot of bone underneath the suit. A lot of bone. On top of his skull, his jaw, around the eyes here, even the collarbone you can make out in his jump scare. But here in Security Breach, Afton has basically got a whole new body. As Scrap Trap, he was made primarily of bone and muscle, but now he's almost entirely animatronic, with the exception of the weird fleshy tendons that entangle the endoskeleton, as well as the skull, which now appears to be melted into the rabbit face. But we see loads of endoskeletons throughout Security Breach. We even hear Vanessa saying that they could just put old casings onto new endos if they need to.
Monty will run the shows until parts and service can slap your casing on a new endo.
So why then am I so sure that Burn Trap uses Bonnie's endo when
Yeah, I
they
wanna
could
know.
use any other endoskeleton? It all comes down to the hands. They make a big point in the trailers to reveal this mechanical hand with claws at the end of its fingers, and they put emphasis on it again during Afton's ending when his hand reaches outside the recharge station. On both occasions, the focus is on Afton's left hand, a hand that was completely missing from Scrap Trap in both FNAF 6 and Ultimate Custom Night.
Yeah, I
Technically,
totally
it was
forgot about that.
entire left arm, but you get the point. So what does any of this have to do with Bonnie? That could be any endoskeleton arm, right? Wrong. Take a look at the Glamrock endoskeletons from this game. Their hands? Yep, they don't have claws. The only animatronic whose endoskeleton does have claws? Montgomery Gator. We actually get a really good look at his hands once we've decommissioned him. But hold on a minute, I was saying that Burn Trap was made from Bonnie, so why am I so focused on Monty? Well, we have to go back to the messages that we get on our Faz Watch. Down in Parts and Services, we get this maintenance log. Quote, Montgomery's claw upgrades allow him to play the bass. Following performances, he mostly uses them to cause damage. Before I read this message, Monty having claws didn't really strike me as an odd design detail. I mean, the dude's an alligator. Kinda makes sense. But this message made me reevaluate that opinion. Claws are only for animatronics that play the bass. When we get the message about Bonnie being out of commission, we get this line. Quote, with Bonnie out of commission, we are making Monty the new bass player. Parts and service have already done the proper adjustments. End quote. They're installing the claws on Monty because he's becoming the bass bass player, which means that Bonnie before him must have also had claws. They need to be built into the endoskeleton because they have to pluck the heavier strings. Therefore, the claws on Afton's new body prove that they could have only come from a single source, Glamrock Bonnie. But Glamrock Bonnie isn't the only one conspicuously missing from the Security Breach lineup. Where is everyone's favorite yellow clickbait, Golden Freddy? At first, I didn't
Yellow
think much about his
clickbait.
absence. Last we saw old Yellow Fredbear, he was twitching away at the end of Ultimate Custom Night, keeping the spirit of Afton trapped in an endless purgatory of torment. Meanwhile, you got Old Man Consequences over here asking Cassidy, "You good, bro?" and encouraging them to leave the demon to his demons. So, yep, that story seemed largely done. Cassidy, aka the one you should not have killed, aka the vengeful spirit, call the kid whatever you want, this was another playing piece off the lore table, the end of another character arc. So why would Cassidy appear in Security Breach? Doesn't seem necessary. But then,
But he should be.
Freddy spaghetti time. Security Breach once again threw everything it had at the wall to see what stuck. And I do mean everything they had. Basically everyone and everything in the series up to this point is represented somewhere in this game. FNAF 1 animatronics, FNAF 2 animatronics, tons of references to FNAF 4, a direct connection back to FNAF 6, there's Baby, there's the puppet, there's the fun times. If my theories up to this point have been correct too, you also get Crying Child, Michael, and Elizabeth, the Aftons all in one neat little package. And that's still not all. The arcade cabinets reference everything from the original novel trilogy to the Fazbear Fright stories. Heck, in this one game, you get not only one, but two, count them, two versions of William Afton, Glitch Trap and Burn Trap. You have all the versions of pretty much all the important characters throughout the franchise. So in a title that seemingly references every other important corner of FNAF lore, where's our golden boy Freddy? Well, he's there.
Where's the golden boy?
Right here, inside the Princess Quest arcade games. The princess is, quite literally, Golden Freddy. Or, to be entirely accurate, it's actually the spirit of Cassidy inside the arcade game.
Yeah.
It seems crazy, right? And
Nah,
while I could try
it kinda
to
makes
bury the
sense.
lead here and string this whole thing out, I'm not. There's just too much to talk about. We know that this is Golden Freddy because it's coming straight out of the horse's mouth. I guess it's the sheep's mouth because it's Steel Wool Studios. Anyway, if you dive into the game files, there's a character sprite folder labeled Cassidy. Open it up and what do you find?
What do you find?
Now, I gotta be honest, that alone didn't convince me. Sure, it is a huge deal, and obviously the golden color of the princess is a direct connection back to everyone's favorite yellow bear, but this is also a series that's used the name Jeremy in like, what, at least 4 separate places? Is that right? 4? He's a missing children's incident kid, he sliced his face off in FNAF VR with a paper cutter, he's a security guard from the FNAF 2 paychecks, and oh yeah, he's in the latest Fazbear Frights book. So yep, those are the 4 instances that I can just remember off the top of my head. So forgive me if I'm in need of a bit more proof here before I call this one confirmed.
I need it all.
Kept digging. First, it's worth noting that in a previous theory, I suspected that the princess was actually meant to be a stand-in for Vanessa. You see, Security Breach isn't the first time that we've actually seen the Princess Quest minigame. It originated as part of the mobile port for FNAF VR when they needed some way of telling Vanessa's story. Instead of finding 16 glitching cassette tapes like you did in the original FNAF VR, the mobile port has you playing Princess Quest 1, lighting 16 braziers to eventually find the lair of Glitch Trap. Interestingly though, digging through that game's files reveals that the princess character wasn't labeled as Cassidy. This is a new thing for Security Breach, which tells me that this was also an important story element for them. A story that, now that we have all 3 Princess Quest games to look at, suddenly takes on a different meaning. When you play Princess Quest 1, you're being hunted down by black glitchy rabbit creatures. These things are clearly working for Glitch Trap, but if that's the case, why would he be sending them to attack you? If the princess is truly meant to be a stand-in for Vanessa finding the tapes, wouldn't he want Vanessa to find them so she comes under his control? Rabbits attacking doesn't make sense. However, if it's Cassidy, the princess to instead be Cassidy, back from the dead once more to try and stop William for good, then of course Billy Afton would do everything he can to stop
Afton.
the princess. I also think that each Princess Quest represents a different phase of Cassidy's experience quite nicely. In the first one, Cassidy is helpless, an innocent, helpless child lured to a back room and killed by a monster that looms in the shadows. But by Princess Quest 3, the princess is fighting back. And not just fighting back, but doing it in the same location that we walked through through in FNAF VR. Notice the large central stage.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that.
Side stage to the left. Now, this is an important detail because as we see at the end of FNAF VR, we're playing in the location of the missing children's incident. Glitch Trap lures us to the back room only to shove our dead body into Freddy's suit while he dances around. This is Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where the initial 5 kids, including Cassidy, first went missing. Cassidy's story truly comes full circle. Playing through Princess Quest 3 the first time, I also thought it was unusual to have a giant Chica face looming in the background watching us. Like, why? Seriously, why? You don't just do that for decoration. And then I remembered this line from Ultimate Custom Night. I was the first. I have seen everything. This means that Susie, the spirit inside of Chica, saw the deaths of everyone else, meaning that she was probably watching as Cassidy was killed. Hence why she, of all the characters, would be the one watching us in this moment. So the file name matches, the color matches, the narrative arc makes sense as we revisit important locations from Cassidy's past, but that's not all. Elsewhere in the files, there's another piece of glitch text, similar to the text that we originally saw when you approach Glitch Trap in Princess Quest 1, but this time it's much shorter. It'd be hard to decipher if we hadn't just decoded Afton's text before, but we did, and using that code, we're able to translate these dots as "It's me," the iconic phrase that we've seen every time Golden Freddy has been present throughout the series. Last but not least, Cassidy being here just makes sense with the story. Whenever there's William, Cassidy is close behind, hence the whole vengeful part of Vengeful Spirit. This is something that we actually see in the Fazbear Frights books, specifically the story The Man in Room 1280. In this story, we get a ruined, burned William Afton dying on a bed, haunted by an angry spirit named Andrew with curly black hair wearing an alligator mask. This very clearly is meant to be the book stand-in for Cassidy. In a previous story, Andrew outright says, quote, "I do remember wanting to get back at someone who hurt me. I think I attached myself to him. I got into his soul, made sure he couldn't move on when he should have died. I remember I wanted him to suffer the way he made me suffer." Basically, the two are inseparable. Andrew grafted himself onto Afton, and now their souls are mixed. So consider this. Glitch Trap was created when a bunch of circuit boards were scanned into a system to create a video game.
They sent us that stuff in the first place with no explanation. It was just junk. Circuit boards and things like that. Somehow though, there was usable code on some of it.
If Cassidy was truly attached to Afton, then Cassidy's spirit would also likely be in those circuit boards, thereby creating a digital version of her, aka the Princess. Yeah, I feel pretty darn confident that that is indeed Cassidy in Princess Quest. Everything
makes sense.
I could find backs it up from a design, timeline, narrative sense. Also, the file name
files
that the king is actually Old Man Consequences. Sure, I guess. Leave the demon to his demons. Unless, of course, you want to take my sword and go ham on him. Anyway, so what does it all mean? Why is this important at all? Well, it gives us a rationale for why playing some random arcade games somehow manages to free Vanessa from Glitch Trap's control. As a reminder, if you play all 3 Princess Quest games, you get the free Vanny ending, where she turns good and joins you eating symbolic ice cream cones. But really, it's a pretty weird logical leap that playing a few random arcade games somehow gets this young woman free of the virus that's infected her brain. But now,
I don't know if it makes that much sense.
At the end of
Now
Princess
it does.
Quest 3, we confront a large security door that's covered in purple goo, only to get a blood-curdling scream. That goo tells us that it's Glitch Trap behind the door. It even has a glowing set of eyes on the left-hand side, which, if you squint, kind of looks like a rabbit head. This kind of was present in the identical door within Help Wanted, implying that he is now in control. So when Cassidy unlocks the door and goes in, the digital scream that we hear from the other side is Glitch Trap dying, crying out as Cassidy delivers the killing blow and maybe, hopefully, finally,
get the stabby stab
both of their souls to rest. Security Breach to me has been this story about endings. Throughout all of my Security Breach theories thus far, we focused heavily on the idea of characters coming full circle, giving closure to them and ending their parts within the FNAF storyline. The crying child and the missing children got their closure back in FNAF 3's Happiest Day. Henry and the puppet got their closure in the FNAF 6 ending. If I'm right about my theories, then the rebuilt Afton kids get their closure on the hillside eating ice cream here in Security Breach. And now Cassidy. While all the other dead kids of the series have been able to move on, Cassidy has always remained, always trying to chase Afton down, torturing him in purgatory for what he's done, so driven by anger and revenge that she couldn't let go. So this feels like a great ending to this chapter of the series. Finally, Cassidy gets to join the others and rest, putting aside their agony and putting an end to the Golden Freddy arc, and hopefully to Afton's arc as well. But there's still one more that's incomplete. One more series of secrets in this game that we haven't talked about yet. Tune in next FNAF episode.
Oh, there's gotta be more.
Security Breach by talking about the most controversial and frustrating part of it, the retro CDs, the mysterious Patient 46, and all of that has to do with the
excited
that we've covered so far. So bite of 87 that subscribe button to ensure that you don't miss it. And as always, remember, it's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching.
No, thank
remember,
you.
February 19th.
No, I will not remember.
Final security breach theory, and then make sure you stick around after the episode for
That's the final one. Okay, I do care.
Back, where me and a bunch of other FNAF theorists from around YouTube get together to discuss all things security breach, the good, the bad, the robotic, and we can't wait to hear your thoughts on it as well.
Awesome. Okay, okay. I'll tune in for that for sure. That's gonna be fun. Okay, dude. Okay. All right. When I saw that thumbnail last night, I really wanted to watch it right then and there, but I had to wait to record a reaction to it because, yeah, I had no idea where the hell Cassidy was. But you know what? If you can find in the files of Princess Quest and see that the princess is labeled Cassidy, that really makes a lot of sense that is that character arc and you're going after Glitch Trap. Yes! But I don't think that the lore is done. I don't think this game series is done. Like, there's still also FNAF Into Madness or Into the Madness. I can't remember, but dude, that all made so much sense, and I can't wait for the final theory. I guess that's in a couple weeks. Well, guys, that was my reaction to the brand new FNAF Security Breach game theory up on the Game Theories channel. And this one was titled, FNAF Is Golden Freddy Really in Security Breach? I mean, digitally? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below and your theories. I want to hear them. And everything will be linked in the description down below so you can check everything out for yourself. Okay, obviously along with the Game Theories channels. Go subscribe to MatPat and check out his other theories. Put the bell notification on so you can get notified for when the next one comes out. So like it if you enjoyed, subscribe to some more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. So bye.